Hi everyone, my name is Hannelore and welcome to this channel. From now on I will be making videos here mostly about books, but maybe also sometimes about lifestyle or just random things I happen to like. And first of all, I want to mention that, as you might hear, I'm not a native English speaker, so my English is probably not perfect, and I'll do my very best to talk decent English, but here and there I might need a bit of improvement. And as my first video on this channel, I decided to do a tag video, and I decided to go for the reading habits tag because it's got something to do with books and it's just a fun tag to get to know me a bit better. It consists of 11 questions about how you read, where you read, when you read. By the way, the questions are right in front of me on my iPad, so if you might see me looking down, it's because I have the questions right there. First question. Do you have a certain place at home for reading? I don't actually do. I do prefer reading in my bedroom or like on my bed when I'm not distracted from anything or when there's not too much noise around me, but I can basically read anywhere. Sometimes it's in the kitchen, at the table, or in the living room, anywhere, it doesn't really matter. Question number 2. Bookmark or random piece of paper? Well, I try to use bookmarks, but it happens a lot that I just take a receipt from when I bought a book and I just use this bookmark. Because when you buy a book, they put a receipt inside of it, and then I'm just too lazy to go and find a bookmark, and it's already in there, so I just use that to mark where I am in the book. Question number 3. Can you just stop reading, or do you have to stop after a chapter or a certain amount of pages? Most of the time when I'm reading, I say to myself, okay, on the end of this page is a full sentence stops right there, and I stop there. Or when I just feel like, okay, I have to stop, and it's just at the end of a chapter, I'll stop there, but I never really stop in the middle of a sentence, because I think it's a bit weird to stop in the middle of a sentence. So I try to finish at least a page or mark with my bookmark at which line on the page I was. Question number 4. Do you eat or drink while reading? I sometimes drink a bit of tea or just any beverage, but I don't know, mostly when I'm reading like intensively, I don't even have time to drink or eat anything, and I'll just keep on reading and drink afterwards. But yeah, sometimes when I'm feeling like it, I'll have a cup of tea or something. Question number 5. Multitasking. Music or TV while reading? I prefer neither of those because it really distracts me. Sometimes I do read in the living room and then the TV is on and I'm reading, constantly looking at the TV, and I know I won't finish that book, so I try to read on a quiet place somewhere where there is not too much noise around me. Question number 6. One book at a time or several at once? I mostly just read one book at a time, but right now I'm reading like 4 or 5 at the same time, which I prefer not to do because the storylines all get mixed up in my head and I really can't focus on one anymore. But for school it happens that I have to read books for different languages, but sometimes the tasks get a bit mixed up and you have to finish both books in the same week. You really have to read them kind of at the same time, but I prefer not to. It also goes faster, I feel, when I just read one book at a time. Question number 7. Reading at home or everywhere? I mostly read at home, but sometimes I also read in school, or in the car, on the bus sometimes, when I'm on the bus alone, or just, doesn't really matter. As long as I'm alone and not like with friends, because that's kind of weird reading while you're with friends, unless they're reading as well. I mostly just read when I'm alone. Question number 8. Reading out loud or silently in your head? I never really read out loud, so always silently in my head. Question number 9. Do you read ahead or skip pages? I try to do neither of those. I don't even like reading the last page of a book. I know some people do. Then the ending isn't a secret anymore because you mostly see that in the ending. Oh yeah, he or she is still alive, and it kind of spoils the surprise. Question number 10. Breaking the spine or keeping it like new? I honestly don't like it when the spine of my book breaks. I just want it to look nice, so I try to read it in a way not like bending it all open and breaking the spine. And then last question, question number 11. Do you write in your books? I have never written in any of my books. I have written in like school books, like textbooks for school. Whenever I want to read them again, and I do that with some of my books, I feel like I might get distracted when I have like marked something in it or written something next to the line, so I try not to do that. But maybe if I really have to for school, I'll just do it. That were all the 11 questions for this tag. I hope you liked it. Now you know a bit more about me, and yeah, I hope you like my channel, my videos. I hope my accent isn't too weird or anything. I'll see you in my next video. Bye!